Okay, we're on season 4, peeps. So, season 3, if you guys remember, ended with Griff screaming when they found where the distress call was coming from. Sorry, I got a little itch on my back. Season 4 picks up exactly right there. The reason why he's screaming is because the distress signal was coming from their base, their old base, Blood Gulch. And I do know I'm pronouncing that wrong. I do apologize. Back to the Blues. If you also remember that, their last scene ended with Church talking to Andy, or excuse me, not Andy, Gary, and something sneaking up behind him. So this season starts off with his first appearance of him being out of his body, and they try to explain what happened, and Caboose keeps interrupting him. He has no idea what attacks him. And as he's trying to tell the story, this is really where Tucker's Bow Wow really takes off. Yes, he said it a couple times before that, but this is really where Tucker becomes a really perverted person, for lack of a better word. Well, that is really the word he is, perverted. Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you got 3 devices logged into Facebook at the same time. You get notifications on all 3 of them at the same time. Anyway, but then it flashes back over to the Reds and them trying to shoot Griff down. He finally agrees to come down. Back with the Blues, it goes back and forth a couple of times. If I remember these episodes right, how they were doing these was half the episode was with Reds, half the episode were Blues. I'm watching them off my DVDs where they're not split up by the episodes or straight runs. So I don't remember exactly where the episode starts and where the episode begins. But anyway, so yeah, back with the Blues. They come up with a plan to get Church's body back. Back with the Reds, they're thinking of how to sneak into their base, not knowing who's in their base. While Sarge is coming up with a plan, Sheila, the tank, rolls up right behind him. Apparently, now, well, this was starting to happen in last season. Was she traveling by herself in season 3? I don't remember. I don't think they. Yeah, they did show her driving by herself when Lopez made the army. Um. So yeah, but Sarge doesn't see it when Simmons starts to say something about it. He thinks he's going crazy. But yeah, back with Church. Church asks Andy if he's seen what attacks him. The alien shows himself. Everybody gets scared and runs out. They all make comments at each other. Back with the Reds. Donut's the only one that missed it. He saw the tank that Simmons saw. Sarge still says Simmons is going crazy and that Donuts is very easily coerced. If I said it word right. Tex decides back with the Blues. As it keeps going back and forth with this. Tex decides to go in herself. Lasts maybe 2 seconds before she comes out without her body. Back with the Reds, Donut is showing off his motorcycle, the Ghost. Sarge forgets to turn off his mic. Um, so he hears Sarge calling him crazy, and while he was Sarge was talking to Griff at the time, and it's crazy. Griff doesn't want Simmons' job, so he also admits that he saw the tank. That's what Sarge and Griff were talking about, was Griff taking over Simmons' job because Simmons is going crazy, but he really wasn't. Back with the Blues, Tucker makes a stupid joke about sending Caboose in to talk to the alien, and Church is okay with this because he thinks either one or two things. Either while Caboose is being eaten by the alien, he can get his body back, or while he's being digested by the alien, he can get his body back. Well, Caboose goes in there, starts talking to the alien, so he becomes friends with the alien. So Church gets his body back. Back with the Reds, Sarge holds a competition to see who's going to replace Simmons. By the time we get it, it's like in the third round, and what's left is Donut, Wrench, and a Skull. He did say there was other contestants that have already fallen out. Simmons has a breakdown over Sarge not believing him. Teams up the tank and takes over blue base. Caboose decides to name the alien Crunch Bite. Not exactly sure where that came from. I guess it's because he bites everything, and when he bit Caboose, his armor crunched. I guess it's Caboose. I would not doubt that's where he came up with the theory, with the name. But they can't understand Sam because all the alien says is blarg, blarg, honk, honk, blarg, honk, honk, blarg, 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 honk, honk. Church asks Gary if he can translate, but he can't. They're trying to figure out the alien's name. Back with the Reds, Donut wins second in command. And Sheila forgets what the Blues were fighting. Simmons makes a couple odd suggestions, like saying they're fighting pirates from some planet. I forget the whole spiel. He tries to call the red base and says that he's taking over blue base, but they won't listen, so that's when he decided to become a blue and attack red base. He spray painted his armor. Back with the Blues, Texas talking to Andy, getting him to translate, explained that she used part of an old robot building kit that should have a translator in it. Andy agrees. Fuck you, Tyler. Sorry, my birthday plans just got ruined, and of course my cousin had to comment on my Facebook post how I spelled ruined, but I'll comment back to him later. Yeah, maybe lose rolls out, you dumb Tyler. Church doesn't like the idea that we're going to talk to a bomb to get him to translate talking to an alien, but they don't have any more better plans. Back with the Reds, Griff has gone off by himself. He's not with Simmons. He's not with the Reds. He's just off hiding in the cannon by himself. Donut finds him, but he doesn't want to go back. This is at the point where Simmons is now attacking. Back to the Blues. Andy's translating, but Caboose interrupts. Come on, it's Caboose. Finds out that the alien is what was supposed to get Tucker's sword. It wasn't Tucker. It wasn't Caboose. It was the alien that was supposed to get it. He now states that the sword will only work for Tucker. It is found out in season 13 that the sword will work for somebody else if Tucker dies. But as long as Tucker's alive, yes, it will only work for Tucker. But they don't notice the point is that this was not discovered until season 13. Hold up. Sorry. And he said he needs Tucker to go with him for a quest. Caboose goes with them on the quest. Back with the Blues. Why Simmons is attacking, he's fucking up and says he's attacking the Blues and he's really attacking the Reds. He said, and Sarge says he understands him going crazy. He understands attacking red base, but painting himself blue, how could he? Simmons takes Griff hostage. Not really hostage. Griff does go voluntarily. That the Blues, Tucker, Andy, the alien, Crunchbite, and Caboose go on their little mission. Church says he's surprised the Tex didn't go and explain why he thought she would have gone with them. Turns around and she's gone because, yes, she ran off. Comes out the burning plains are the place where they landed in the future, which is part of the places they got to go, and they have to kill a great beast there, which when they find the great beast, it's already dead. It's a huge cow. Back with the Reds, Sarge comes over to plan to rescue Griff. Sarge and Donut attack Blue Base. Simmons states the tank is talking to Griff at this point, and says things that don't add up. For example, she says that she's been upgrading the bases while they were gone. And some other things she said. At this point, Griff's is running around the base, dropping down to the basement, and in the basement there's a gravity lift to pop him back up to the first base. While he's in the basement, Sarge knocks him out and goes up. They tell the lift, and gets in a confrontation with Simmons. Right as Sarge is about to kill Simmons for betraying him, Church comes up behind Sarge and knocks him out. Back with Tucker and them. Tex is sneaking up on Tucker, but they use Tucker as bait and catch her. She explains that she's come to help them, but the agreement with her helping is that she gets the treasure at the end of the quest. Back with Simmons in Church. He tells Donut that he doesn't know who he is. He thinks Church doesn't know he's Simmons because he painted his armor blue. Apparently, everybody knew, even when Simmons was in blue armor, that it was Simmons, except for Donut. Donut's the only one I really thought he was somebody else. Back with Tucker, they get to the freezing plains. There's a bunch of reds and blues guarding a base. Tex turns invisible and attacks the base. Back with Church and Simmons, they lead the Reds by Red base. And take the map. Back with Tex and them and Tucker, they don't hear Tex firing her gun and everything in the base, but they hear Tucker from across the map say something. So all battle starts out. Of course, none of our heroes die, and while they're fighting, a alien space aircraft gets revealed. The alien, sorry, I couldn't think of what it was, jumps into the airship and turns around and flies off. Turns around and starts coming back. Looks like he's going to start shooting Tucker and Caboose, but it's really attacking one of the Reds that are behind him. Tex tells Andy to tell the alien to come down, but Wyoming shows up and blows him out of the sky, destroying the ship and destroying Crunchbite. Back with the Reds, Donut explains to Griff and Sarge how he saved them. Well, makes up a story that he didn't really save them, of course. Church explains to Simmons who the Reds are and makes fun of Simmons, acting like he doesn't know who Simmons is, but does. Simmons act. Yeah, I just get ahead and explained all that. They skip something. After Wyoming blasts the ship out of the sky, Tex runs after him, and I will do a quick video explaining the Out of Mind. Was it Out of Mind? Yeah, it was Out of Mind and then Recovery of One. Mini-series that takes place. I'll explain that. I'll do a little video on that one. Church and Simmons argue over who's in charge. Church says he was the old leader. Simmons is saying, well, I'm now in charge of this base. You're the new guy. While doing this, Church accidentally calls Blue Command. He talks to Blue Command. Sarge wants Griff to work with him with Simmons being gone, realizing that Donut's not that good and that Griff is his best chance for a second. Griff would be his best second in command. Simmons runs to Red Base to tell him what he overheard Church talking with command. Donut doesn't recognize him. It takes Griff to come out and Sarge to come out to realize it's Simmons. Simmons changes back to his red armor real quick. And they let him in the base, and he does explain what happened. Back with Tucker and Caboose, they do come back to Blue Base, explains what happened, and Tucker wakes up sick the next day. No one wants to go into base because they're afraid to catch whatever he has. Church starts thinking maybe the sword is making him sick. Church wants Andy to go in and find out what's going on. Andy says the only way he's going in is blowing up the base. And that if you want to know what's going on, to call a doctor. So Church decides to call Doc. Caboose is not happy. Caboose is like, no, please don't. No, don't do it. No, don't do it. But he does. Simmons finally gets in. Simmons got into Red Base, explained to Sarge what's happening. Sarge wants to have a trial for his it going AWOL. Couldn't think of the proper military word for it, but Griff states that if they do a trial, that Donut would only be the bailiff and he'll want to wear short shorts. So they make up a quick how they're going to punish Simmons. Simmons doesn't like it, but Griff and Sarge agree, so that's the punishment. Doc shows up at Blue Base. Doc and Church make a deal for Doc to look at Tucker. Donut finds Lopez. This is where it revealed that Donut does speak a little Spanish. He did take Spanish in high school, but he sucks at it. They get Lopez to play the plans from command that they've been trying to get from him for a couple seasons now. But it comes out it was translated in Spanish for some reason. Again, makes no sense. So they decide to steal Andy and translate it what Lopez is saying. When they go to steal Andy, they see that Doc's helping the Blues. They don't know what's going on. And also, Griff states it's a stupid plan to steal the bomb that the Blues have a detonator for, that they're all going to huddle around and listen to, and they can blow it up any second. Doc tries to tell the Blues what's wrong with Tucker. Of course, Caboose keeps interrupting. It comes out Tucker is pregnant, and Caboose has no ideas where babies come from. Doc takes Church in to show him that Tucker is pregnant. Again, Sarge does a little trick to switch Andy out for Lopez. He leaves Lopez's head there and takes Andy to bomb. Gets all the way back to the Reds, and the Reds explain on what he did wrong. But because Caboose turned around, they heard a noise behind him. Well, Sarge said, "You hear something behind you." He turned around, and yeah, Andy's been switched out for Lopez's head, so he thinks Andy's a real boy. Sarge comes up behind him and tricks him again and switches Lopez's out for a Skull. Tucker wakes up, and they tell him he's pregnant. Caboose runs into the base explaining that Andy is dead and explaining what happened. Church automatically realized what just happened. They got played off by the Reds, and he just went. He goes out there to talk to the Reds and find out what's going on. When they see him coming, Simmons and Donuts are arguing over the tank's coming or not. Well, of course, Church is coming with the tank. Church ain't that stupid to attack the Reds with no backup, and Tank is the only backup he really would have at this point. Sarge calls the Red Command asking for help. Andy reveals how Tucker got pregnant. Caboose calls Church to tell him O'Malley isn't in Doc no more, and that Tucker gave birth. Donut wants to go help Church with the Tucker, but as he's running off, a ship crashes on him. And that is the end of Season 4. Okay? Season 5 begins off and explaining what that ship is. And we will meet Tucker's baby. Junior, it was his name was. Or her name. I don't know. I guess it wasn't him. They did call it Junior. But that's Season 4. And I'll be doing the video shortly for Season 4. I'll do the Out of Mind mini-series. It's like 4 episodes, I think it was. And then I'll do Season 5.